Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Adam's Bar here on Solid 100.9 FM. It's really good to hear my voice back again on radio. Last week I wasn't hearing myself. No one was hearing me. I was the only one in the studio talking and nobody was hearing, but the entire Adam's Bar crew except myself were very audible. So I think we're better off today. Welcome to Solid 100.9 FM. If you have not been listening since morning and if you've had a hectic day, it's all over. Everyone is still struggling despite the pandemic. So welcome back to radio this evening. And if you're going home, make sure you get there before it's 10 o'clock because you know that the curfew is still in effect. And if you are going out right now, make sure you are out and back at home before it's 10 o'clock. We'd like to welcome everyone to the show. We'd like to also welcome my favorite friends on Monday nights, talking about DJ Good Noise and Ebube Ume in the studios. DJ Good Noise, say hello to your teaming fans, ceiling fans, wall fans, and the other fans.
Stealing.
Teaming, that's plenty.
I thought you said stealing fans.
No, they are not stealing fans.
I don't have stealing fans. No, man.
How was DJ Good Noise?
Your holy voice on the radio.
Yeah.
DJ Good Noise. 24/7, 365.
The herbalist of radio.
No, there's a herbalist that just came into the bar. It's a different herbalist altogether. But I won't mention his name. People, good evening, and you're welcome once again to another lovely day. A lovely Sunday night for Adam's Bar.
Sunday night, good.
I mean, sorry, Monday night for Adam's Bar. No, I took. Superstar, I'm a little bit tipsy.
Wait, it's okay.
And that is all. I'm a little well over the head. Please don't say where I came from.
Where did you come from?
Get this thing.
Where did you
so,
come from?
like I was saying, please, why are you guys making me, miss my? Okay, guys, this is a lovely Sunday, Monday
I think good noise
night, and
please,
for Jesus' dear sake, if your child is still awake, please let him go to sleep.
Well, that won't work
because
it won't work in my house right now. It's not
okay. I hope your children are not listening to us.
No, they are not.
Because this night
There's something called cartoon.
we are now, in NBC era.
Yes, we are in the.
When
where we can
older men will now watch us and listen. It's so only NBC that listen to us.
This is not just NBC. Everyone else listens.
I know. Everyone else listens.
But this is the point where the adults are about to
something like that. So
senior men and senior
please,
women.
just like I said before, if you are hello.
Hi.
No. By the time I get home, my wife will be asleep.
Okay.
So there's nothing like knowing that Jumai.
Yes. Your chef has a lipstick stain.
She has her own time. My wife has her own time.
Yes.
You understand?
Jumai, I hope you heard.
Yeah.
His wife bought a new gun last month.
Yeah.
It's a very nice gun.
A Rottweiler.
No, not dog. Gun. Yeah.
No. I don't know. I went to Togo. I went there to carry.
Let's talk.
Boutique. Guys, no. Guys, sorry for when Guzman decided to talk. A lot of people, when I sneeze, people gotta catch cold.
No,
so now,
when you sneeze,
just living it.
People catch
and
something other
people
than
cannot catch cold this era because that means isolation. So please, this is your favorite holy voice on the radio, DJ Good Noise.
DJ Good Noise.
And remember, this
Good
is
Noise. Introduction is like 15 minutes.
Yeah, because you guys kept on interrupting. I've not even gone to my Facebook or Instagram.
We don't need that right
or
now.
Snapchat.
We don't need that right
now. Or Twitter.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Okay, good evening and you're welcome to Adam's Bar.
Yes.
Ebubume, over to you.
Why did you introduce him?
I wonder.
Oh, no.
To make it faster now, I've taken all the time. So all you need, please, you're welcome. This is Ebubume on the microphone. Ebubume, you don't need to work. This is everything about Vista. If you know everything about Vista, or you want visa,
introduce yourself, even though we've said your name like 4 times.
Bube.
Boobs.
Please.
Bubuski.
All right, so Bube, quickly, just your introduction.
It's just that I'm trying to cover up for now, so that
you're also taking time now.
I know that because you're allowing a drunkard to talk.
Please let him introduce himself.
You're allowing a drunkard to talk.
You are the drunkard that is talking about the other drunkard. So how will I know the difference?
Okay, drunkard Ebube. Go on.
Die. And
I don't like the sexy voice you're trying to do.
Oh my God.
It's not working for you.
But am I not sexy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You were saying so.
Am I not sexy?
If they say, if they
God.
say you are, if they say you are, there's nothing we can do about it.
The lady say I'm sexy, so I bet it.
It's alright.
It's what is holding.
That's why we have crutches all over the southeast with children that don't know who their father is.
Who their father is.
Okay,
Except when they grow up.
So we are 15 minutes into 8 o'clock. Some people are asking if anyone out there cares to ask where Nonso is. We don't care. Actually.
No. He's in the border between Enugu and Ebonyi.
He's always there.
That is always there.
He's always there.
And he will come here and start telling us about police brutality and extortion.
Yeah, he talked about it yesterday on our
He will
group.
still talk
He'll come
again.
and talk about it. He's going to, but we'll tell him that we're not interested. He
We've gone
deserves
past-
it.
we've
We've gone
gone
past
past
that. All right, so if you're tuned to Adam's Bar this evening, it's the show where it's a house of men. We call it a house of men where women are welcome. So the discussions are about men talking about everything about life, and you feel free to come into this conversation when we announce the phone lines for you to do so. In the meantime, just sit back and relax. There's going to be a time after 9 o'clock where you will be given that chance to air your opinion. We're going to talk about something that's really trendy right now, and let's just prepare your mind before then. We're talking about false accusation of rape. We're going to talk about it in the 9 o'clock hour. So we're currently sitting in the 8 o'clock hour, 16 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. Gentlemen, we have 3 things to talk about as usual. The first thing is coronavirus. Is what people are still talking about right now. And have you seen that Enugu just seems to appear in that NCDC infamous fearful list every 2 days?
That's why I'm afraid. Little Enugu.
No, Enugu is not little.
It is little.
Sammy,
If you understand the Enugu, everybody here knows everybody here in Enugu.
It's a small town.
It's a small town.
So why I'm deeply worried is because the numbers we have are the ones that are tested.
The ones that came to report.
Yeah, the ones that are tested and the one that got on the NCDC's radar.
A searchlight. Yeah.
But if you can now check, you can juxtapose it with the ones that are untested, and they are massively untested. We are massively untested. You understand? Because the testing capacity is abysmally low.
Even though we have a testing center in
we have
UNTH.
one at UNTH.
And
I've been there like twice last week.
to do what?
No, on my official duty.
We need to know.
In the course of my official duty,
Jumai was shocked.
I got past that place. But what happened is that when you get to that place, you see that there are not plenty people that are there. I think people are still afraid. People think that it has some stigma with it when you are pronounced coronavirus positive. But I think until we start looking at it as this thing is just a disease like malaria, it's common, and even you that is trying to stigmatize against the person that has it, you are not sure about yourself. Because like I said last week, there was a time I was like, am I not sure I've not even gotten this thing? Because
everybody seems to get
all
it.
the symptoms, all the symptoms were there. You understand?
Everyone seems
all
to
the
get
symptoms
it.
seem to be there. You understand?
I had lots of smell.
And
I couldn't smell anything.
And I could even point to there. I feel that was there. I got it. I went to barb my hair and
You what? Meat barb.
meat into my barbing. The guy now said that please, that he can't perceive smell. He can't taste anything. I said, guy, why didn't you tell me this before you started? I was so angry. And,
but this thing is, people are getting the mild symptoms, and then I watched on TV a new report that said that if you are symptomatic, you're not liable to transfer it. As if you have the virus, yet you cannot, you're not liable to transfer it. That if you're sick, you're not sick, sorry,
okay.
but you have the virus.
Okay.
You're not infectious.
Who told you that?
It's the latest report. New reports are coming out.
Yeah,
WHO said so.
Yeah,
there are so many reports.
They are very, very soon will now say if you smile too much, you can very soon social distancing.
No, but Sammy, I think the part that gets me upset is the part that people think that it's not existent.
But that's the thing.
This morning I was listening to a radio station where a friend of mine who is a medical doctor was on air, and there was this massive I would say skepticism that the government is conniving with these people to eat our money. The government wants more money.
There are still people who are saying this.
And I think that thing is illogical.
It's very, very.
It's illogical because if government could close markets where they get their tax,
and they
close the roads, you understand? Where transporters transport goods and human beings.
So what's the conspiracy now?
If government should be losing money, so the state government should be losing money to what end?
That's the thing.
That's my question.
They don't want no reason.
The problem I've always said here, gentlemen, is that people don't trust government. Even when government is trying to be sincere, people don't trust government. So you would not technically blame them, but you would blame them all the same.
Somebody said in the morning while I was listening to that program that he drove past the diagnostic center there at the close to
Tunnel.
Yes, exactly.
Tunnel, yeah.
That nobody was there. And the monitor was like, "Did you enter?" I say he did not,
but
nobody was there.
That is a lie. I can tell you it's a lie because if you drive past that place now, you will see people in that place right now at that diagnosis center. And the diagnosis center, I can tell you, no matter how large the building looks like, it is full to capacity. My friends have said it, and it's true. In fact, the governor is trying to put up the one at
another
old UNTH,
but
it is still not going to be enough.
No.
It's still not going to be enough.
Judging by the rate of
the infection
and everything.
It's no more people traveling from now. Airports are going to be opened July 8th. And now the roads are now.
I hope our airport hasn't been fixed.
It will be fixed in Jesus' name.
But
if we want to get the virus, we'll get it now.
No, I'm not even praying for it to be fixed.
But gentlemen, let
us be running the way we'll be running.
Let's talk about these infections that are happening around governors and high-profile personalities.
That is the one
every governor is seeming to catch COVID-19.
Why?
Sammy, do you know
these days they will now ask, has your governor got it yet?
Sammy, do you know somebody said something? He said that Ebonyi State, Ebonyi State governor was declared
positive.
So someone like that, he doesn't trust that it could be that he wants more money because the governor previously, like 2 days before he caught the disease, he said he was telling the federal government that the state needs some funding to combat the disease. And suddenly he fell sick. to the virus. And someone was trying to put one or two together.
So are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't want to think in that direction.
Let's not think, gentlemen. Let's not think.
No, I'm not thinking in that direction.
Let's not think at all.
But the way it is going, why only the governors?
Do you know why?
Why only that?
Do you know why?
Yes, that's a valid question. Why is it only governors? Everybody, give me an answer to that.
That's what.
So why is it
only governors?
Only governors. I've been reported and it's a big deal.
Okay, let me now tell you why. Let me now tell you why.
Why?
And you've not even talked about your own governor that you praise all the time. You will soon get his own.
No, my governor is cautious. Governor Willie Obiano is very, very cautious about it, and has been doing so well to make sure that
calm down with this. No. The next time you mention Willie Obiano, you're going to pay advert money.
Okay, Sammy, you asked why the governor?
Why the governors?
Okay, now you should also ask why would the populace hear about the celebrities when they have one issue?
So is it because
the same issue the ordinary citizens do have on daily basis, and particular celebrity now has it, and it becomes in news.
So it's because the governors are popular.
These guys are human; they are not made of steel.
Not even a celebrity when you are popular.
But you know this thing kind of makes people feel that the virus is only being caught by the big men.
The big men.
You know, now we're hearing even members of the PTF.
Why are people like us not catching?
Are you sure you don't have the virus?
I don't.
There's one of the symptoms of the virus you have.
When those poor people die of coronavirus, who get to hear that?
Well, we don't do we don't do autopsy.
No, there's no publicity for that. Even when they are declared dead because of coronavirus, nobody gets to hear that because there's no publicity around them. You understand? But if a governor coughs, everybody gets to hear about it because press people will be coming around like bees. You understand? They want to extract one information or the other. But for the poor person, nobody cares.
Okay, gentlemen, we
except when a poor person is being
but we are hearing an increasing case of governors catching the virus, and that is something to be worried about. If your governor has not caught the virus, then let's thank God for him. Ondo State governor was reported, Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State, even with, I think he's the only Southeast governor, I can say this, that took a lot of precautions to try and stop the virus from, he got it. The Delta State governor had also contracted the virus with his wife.
My own governor is too healthy to catch stuff.
Which state are you from?
State of Nigeria.
Good noise. Which state are you?
Can we go on?
Your own government is not immune.
Can we go
not
on?
immune to the disease.
So you know, it's not, these days we are noticing it's coming in from family members, people close to the governor.
Yeah.
Yes, Akeredolu got it. I think his wife was also yes. And so we pray everyone, please, as much as possible, believe that the virus is there. Wash your hands with soap and running water.
Akeredolu, who was sneezing
and shaking
people were clapping for him. He was sneezing, and people were clapping for him.
It's protocol. What? You have to clap for the governor,
irrespective
of what
happens. When he sneezes,
yes.
And I bet you that most of those guys that were around him that day will have the virus.
But you know, the late Abakari
was
also,
they were there shaking.
After Abakari caught the virus, you know, everyone around the Aso Rock was quarantined. You know, at least most people were quarantined, even some governors.
And even if any of them came positive, nobody would have.
Yes. Seen them. But people are now treating themselves at home.
Which is very wrong.
They are drinking so many concussions.
And everybody is making money also this period. Everybody, don't laugh. You're making money this period.
Which money?
You're making a lot of money.
It's only me that
I'm not making any money.
People like me don't make money anymore.
What? You're a DJ now.
I told you, as a DJ, people we cover burials that people refuse to die.
Good noise, stop it.
The ones that were supposed to be covering their burial refuse to die. And this sickness is a thing of the mind. Once you believe you can suppress cough,
good noise.
Cough will go.
Good noise. Why don't you take the initiative and just die? so that listen, if you die now, you can play at your burial. Think about it.
No,
it will be cheap. You will play at your own burial.
We remote control. It's with remote control.
All right.
And you will still come to burial.
I will say, of course, I will come.
And when I come out, you will still run.
I will run and I'll still come back. And on Monday, you still come back for a dance bar. What are you talking about? So we're 26 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. And it's still the house of men where women are welcome. It's a house for everyone except the kids. So just make sure they're watching something else or they are sleeping. 2023 presidential hopefuls. Gentlemen.
Yes.
2023.
Oh, hell. Kanye West.
No. We are here. We are not going anywhere.
Good noise. Come back.
We'll not talk about that. We won't talk about that.
No, let's leave.
American
Kanye West. You know that kind of thing. You know.
Kanye West is contesting for president. Let him contest. Kanye West is not contesting for Nigerian presidency. Let's talk about the Nigerian presidency 2023.
Yes.
You know, likely names. Let's just
Black
throw it out.
president life matters.
Okay, Sammy.
Sammy,
for me, I've taken it upon myself to center the discussion about 2023 presidency around the Igbos.
Just like
excuse me. That
they're even trying to make it a must.
It's a conscious effort. I've sworn to myself that I'll be making the conscious.
You push it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
You want to make? Can I make my opinion clear?
Okay. What's your opinion?
That Igbo land, we are not ready to have a president.
You don't say that.
No.
The momentum is gathering.
The momentum is gathering. There's momentum. Every time you're having an election, momentum gathers.
Yeah.
Okay, but
right now, all the monies in soccer ways, they are now being brought out. You understand? So the momentum is gathering.
That's the thing.
But Igbo land, we are not ready for president. Someone should argue with me. Call me and let's know.
Sammy.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let me delve into the politics of the APC. Do you know why there is crisis or seeming crisis in APC? Is because of the ambition of one Igbo man as against ambition of the other Yoruba man.
And who is that?
Rotimi Chibika Amechi.
Wait, no, let's stop there. Is Rotimi Chibika Amechi an Igbo man?
He is an
No,
Igbo
thank
man.
you.
No,
That's another thing.
Let's ask that question.
Forget that thing, because if you go there, they will be claiming they are not.
He's an Ikwere man.
He's an Ikwere man. Kalabari.
If you say
I don't know where.
if you say it's an Ikwere man, would you now still ask that question? Is an Izam man an Igbo man?
Hey, diplomat.
You understand?
Hey, diplomatic Higihaga.
Ikwere is just it should be called
an
extended clan. That's what I
So, what are you trying to say?
Let me tell you something.
So, an Izaman is not an Igbo man.
I'm telling you that an Izaman is as an Ikwema is as Igbo man as an Izaman person.
Oh wait, gentlemen.
No, I don't think so.
No, let me ask you a question. Since when did the Ikwere? We know that they are Igbos. Yeah. They are Igbo speaking.
Yes.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Their villages are Igbo names, if not for the R.
Yes.
But since when did they become Igbos?
Igbos, as per gunning for presidency.
Like a former president was.
And you are trying to tell me that if Amechi comes now, because that thing about Amechi,
let's hear him.
I'll answer that question with another question.
No, don't be a Nigerian.
Okay, sorry, wait.
Oh, Igbo,
wait, the question.
That's what Igbo people do.
I'll ask the question.
Yes.
Since when did an Ikwere man stop being an Igbo person?
It's been long.
No,
during the war.
Let me see answer.
Don't even make me go back.
Let me see answer the question.
That's why when they talk about this war thing, if I remember just the thing you remember, I will remember abandoned property and what my father lost and what we lost so many things.
Good noise.
That's when.
Have you gone to reclaim your father's property?
Na Port Harcourt.
His father only has one turntable.
That is even when I was born. I was born in room of mercy.
That is why you're like this.
Mata Misericordia.
That is why you're like this. That is why you cannot be. Your voice cannot be kept low. Because
it cannot be. That's the voice of an Igbo man.
You are a militant Igbo man.
I am not a militant. No. Don't even go there.
That
is even the worst. No. If you should call me militant Igbo man, that means I'll prefer having COVID. Than being called a militant Igbo man.
No, but good noise. You can't say that now. You're going to
because the way we are talking about this militancy in our own side, you know, they're even making just like Ebube said. The Igbo youths, the ones that call themselves Igbo youths are saying 2023. If it's not Igbo president, there's nothing like that.
That's what they said in 2019.
That is the thing you make it,
yes,
people are becoming.
Let's leave Amechi now.
Toothless bulldogs.
Let's talk about other presidential.
Toothless Rottweiler.
Presidential lookalikes.
You know, I started with Amechi because there was a place I'm going. See, Amechi is driving that conversation in APC. Now, as he's driving that conversation in APC, if he gets it, remember that PDP is waiting in the wing. PDP will act based on what
happens in APC.
Exactly. So if Amechi gets it, for instance, and they say okay, people now say okay, we are supporting Amechi and all that, and Amechi gets to slug it out with probably another Igbo person there.
Like who? Like Rochas
Okalo now.
Like Rochas Okorocha.
Like Ojus Okalo.
What Rochas? I said Rochas 2 times. You're not answering.
Look at the names that are being mentioned.
No, they are real.
What are the connections to these names?
No, they are
recently.
They are Igbo men, and they have the right to contest for president.
And Sammy, I will not dwell.
Yes, after going to jail.
See, I will not dwell.
I'm back. I have been accused of something. Sammy. Even in America, we are learned to do that. Once you're accused of something, you are dead. It makes you a hero.
Hold on. You want to say something?
I'm not going to dwell in the realms of the utopia. Thinking that. Thinking that. See. There's not going to be a sense, and that's the problem we'll be having.
We're looking for sense.
Mistake.
We're looking for sense.
We've been looking for.
We got a sense.
There's not going to be a sense.
Saint Nebuchadnezzar.
And those people you think that are sent in APC cannot win their award.
There is no even any sense there.
If we must fight this fight, the Igbos must fight this fight. They must come with their first 11. And those first 11 means people who have connection beyond the Igbo.
So you are championing Igbo presidency 2023.
Yes.
And you have seen 3 candidates that come from Igbo.
No, first 11.
I've seen 3 in the APC.
In the PDP, nko?
I've seen in the PDP. I only see 1.
Who is the one?
Maazi Peter Obi.
Let's go to DJ Good Noise. DJ Good Noise, 2023 presidential hopefuls, lookalikes. Who do you see in the APC? Who do you see in the PDP?
That is as an Igbo man.
Anybody
in the APC.
APC and PDP.
Let's say I'm drunk.
Goodness, that's not anything.
It's a Tinubu that I see.
Okay, for APC.
Yes.
What do you see for PDP?
Am I drunk?
No, I don't know. Am I in your body, your blood vessels?
Okay. I know you are drunk because I know where you're coming from.
And then PDP.
Are you really serious?
Yeah.
Why were you mentioning Igbo?
That's the only experienced person that is there.
I actually didn't remember him.
You didn't remember him?
And
for me, he looks almost like a saint.
You can't remember.
For me, he looks almost like a saint. For me, Ike Kwerimadi, I don't see anybody experience a thing.
Okay, so 2023, we're going to have some other surprising names. You might be shocked to see names like former APC chairman Adams Oshiomhole. He might come out. He has a right.
Yeah,
he has the right to contest.
Of course.
And I also have the right to contest.
You have the right to contest. What are you waiting for?
No, if he contests, Obaseki will be the vice president.
No, what are you trying to say? Obaseki will be either state governor or he will not be state governor.
Too much of beer today.
Me?
Yes.
We've
been drinking all
right, so gentlemen, we're just speedballing on this. Don't want you to take us too. We are just telling our minds. We're saying our own minds.
Yeah, of course.
So because 2023 has become, it's become very present in our faces. Everybody's thinking 2023 right now. It's so glaring right now, and that's the reality. Let's also talk about the fuel pump price now that is now moving up and down like is.
Politics,
the presidency, the federal government has said every month they'll be reviewing the pump price dependent on what is going on in the global market. So there was a glut in the global market, so it was 123, and now.
Do you know how many in 3 weeks? Do you know how many times it changed?
Yes, it will keep on changing.
It will keep on changing because remember that the federal government announced the other day that they removed the subsidy.
Has the federal government really removed subsidy?
That's what they've been saying.
Yeah, they have.
Do you know my problem? Sorry, Ebube. My problem is that once these people, I don't even trust if they are is falling down and going up. What I'm interested is the people that say before, can the meter? Even the 125, is it really 123?
You have to look for
or turn it to 143. They will turn it back. It will spoil it. I don't even trust. Just leave it.
Ebube, what's your thinking?
My thinking is that when they announced that they will remove the subsidy, I expected that.
How much is the subsidy? I don't know. How much is subsidy? How much are they removing? Yes, I've not asked that question.
No, see what they mean is that they are not going to pay any money for fuel importation.
How much have they been paying in?
The truth is that when you go to Accountant General's office,
is it the one on fire?
That is the answer of the century.
Accountant General office where there is fire or where there's no fire?
No. Juma said the one that they snake.
Okay.
But you notice have you noticed animals are not eating our money again?
Why would they eat?
Thank God for the COVID-19.
Why would they eat money?
Inside
when
fire.
The money that are supposed to be eaten is servicing the bandits and terrorists.
Well, let's leave that matter for Matthias. But we just know that we hope that by August the price will now move to something like 110 naira.
Yes.
So
then how would they change the meter to 110? People don't even understand where I'm going.
No,
the meter is electronic. So
which kind of electronics? Do you know how many times I've played with this thing here that is spoiled? I can refuse to repair it because I have been turning it down. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it down. Once you turn any electronics like that, he will tell you, gentlemen, just leave me alone.
I just feel that the Nigerians have become very used to these changes.
Yes.
So we are not complaining. The last time we had a protest was in 2014 when we had Ojota. The first time they had the people were protesting, and we had all the men who are in power now. They were protesting.
I so blame myself for participating in that protest.
Hey, you're not my friend again.
I so blame myself.
Why did you go and participate in Occupy Nigeria?
I even worked for Buhari in 2015.
Oh, well, how are your legs doing now?
In fact, that's the worst mistake I've ever.
How? No, come on, it's not a mistake.
No, it's a mistake.
You believed in something.
You believed in something then.
You believed in something.
Now you are wiser now.
Now you can't even work for cancer. You can't work for any sickness. It's oh Jesus.
How can a hungry man walk?
Jesus. Are you hungry? That time you were walking, did you not know you'd be hungry?
I thought I was hungry then.
You were walking into hunger.
Now is the real hunger.
You are walking into hunger. And that's why you cannot gain weight.
But not be small slow. I Save Nigerian group.
Yeah.
I was a member.
Hey God.
Wanted to save Nigeria.
Can I ask you a question? How do you feel when they mention Buhari in the presence of people?
How do you feel?
What?
How do you feel when they mention a president's name?
In a what?
In a gathering of people, you know.
Okay, me.
Ever
No,
since
I feel proud.
No, allow me now.
I love my president.
Wait now.
we all love our president.
It's me now because you know I keep,
Okay, please let her ask me.
I will think about it.
see, Sam, you know, some people would say, some people would think that they are disappointed in Buhari. Some people would think that Buhari.
I'm not.
Buhari is actually punishing them or whatever. But see me, I'm in severe pain. I'm in severe pain because you know why I say that. If you can go through my post in 2015.
You were.
I declared Buhari a messiah. You understand?
But now, is it a change in ideology? Is it that something
does
happened?
not change in ideology.
Is it that something happened, or is the president or the president's policy, or you were expecting to do something and he didn't do it, or he's hanging around people that you were looking at?
That's the thing. I've not seen anything wrong that Buhari has done.
Good noise.
I've not seen anything wrong that he has done.
Did you?
Wait now.
Okay, you're drunk. I forgot. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
The question, I'll answer it from a question now. Why didn't I work for good luck like I did in 2011? Because at the time I felt that this has become a party government. Corruption was at its highest peak. You remember something like this episode that happened at National Stadium where people came to apply for what is it called?
How many jobs? The
immigration job.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
They were collected at 1,000 naira from, and we later heard that the 1,000 naira was managed by the wife of a Senate president, and you know all those kind of things got me angry. So
just because of that stadium thing?
Not only because of that. Not only because of that. Then I will come to the Igbo land. I'll ask myself, what did this man do for us?
No, if you look at it, some people argue with you that he has done a lot for us.
Of course, he has done enough for us.
No.
It's just that the people that was giving the thing to do that enough in Igbo land didn't do it.
That is an argument.
So what is it?
That's an argument I don't subscribe to.
And you were
Gentlemen.
The ones that are there that are supposed to grab that thing and come and do it here has the same name, Igbo. Okonkwo, Okereke, everything.
Hold
and
on,
they didn't do it here.
Gentlemen, hold on.
Buhari will go from Asoro, come down in Beba Luologi, Dredjalogi Bridge.
Good noise, hold on.
Even the little road that is in the town.
Good noise, you're
and
angry.
And Igbo governors and all those things, Southeast, cannot do anything. What are you doing? I'm resurrecting. That is all the presidency.
Okay, everything is hold on, gentlemen, hold on. Calm down. The presence is here.
Okay,
it's all right. It's all right. One button on you. Just take. Enjoy your life. Leave
don't
it.
Give me sanitizer.
One thing I promise you guys: nobody's working for anybody again. Okay? You be in your house. If you want to walk, go to Opera Square. Try and lose weight. Don't do like everybody did.
I have to reply.
No. Let's not reply. Hold on. We still have a few minutes.
Let me quickly reply.
Quickly.
Good noise said
quickly cannot do anything.
Good noise allow me so I talk so I cannot waste time. Good noise said that Jonathan gave jobs to our people and they get the money. And I will ask the question: when Jonathan was building his house at Otueke, did he at one time ask the contractor, what are you doing? Did he at one time go there to check? Did he at one time want to know what was happening? If he did, then he should have known also that these guys were not doing anything.
But he has a house.
But
when politics becomes a
tunnel
of settlement, this is what happened.
It is always been.
Let me
hold on. Let me come in here.
Why I cannot blame Jonathan is that his house doesn't have an aquarium.
The good noise. Hold on.
We
have a few minutes before we get to 9 o'clock, and we are like how many? 17 minutes gone away from there.
No
so
problem.
let's finish up this matter. Good noise sent this message to me, and
no, I did not send anything.
You sent me something.
We are just talking. Please don't personalize the next thing you're going to say.
Okay.
There are many.
Okay, good noise didn't send it to me. It was Nonso that sent it. I just wanted to.
Not me.
So there are so many boards, parastatals in states and federal government, and every day you hear that they are inaugurating new boards.
New boards.
So the question is,
what are
what are the boards for? You know, what do boards do? What do boards?
Should I tell you?
Boards of ministries.
In plain and honest terms.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, I know. No, your plain and honest term is too plain and honest. Can you try and sugarcoat it a little bit?
Yeah, a little.
What's the job?
No, he is in pain.
No, I know he pain.
Someone that is in pain.
His pain has come
when
down.
you say I'm in pain, you are trivializing the matter. I'm traumatized.
So it's even worse than being in pain.
But what are boards for? What are boards?
Boards are for settlements. Political settlement.
No. Originally. Honestly.
We are talking about
what board of a
parastatal. The odds.
Yes.
And I'm telling you about the ease.
The ease.
So.
Yeah.
Few people had a bell here.
Okay.
So I don't want to talk about the odds because the odds is about the ideal.
Let's so people listening out there, let them know what is.
Board of a parastatal.
Okay, what is a board?
What a board does is
why?
Sammy,
so that I will have some peace and quiet.
A board is supposed to supervise a particular parastatal.
Yes.
They serve as an advisory role.
Yes,
right?
advisory role. Yes. Just like something like Parkland now.
Yes.
For instance, they have board
yes.
members, you understand? And those board members are the highest organ
of decision making.
Exactly.
So like the Parkland CMD reports to the board.
Them.
Yes.
Reports to the board.
Okay.
So they are supposed to supervise what's happening.
Thank you. Supposed to.
Supposed to
supervise.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the odds I'm talking about.
So now let's come to the ease.
The ease is that the board now, if I'm a governor,
bunch of yes members.
if I'm a governor, let me tell you how they are appointed. If I'm a governor, for instance, I will look at it. Okay. I worked with Juma in Solid FM and
he deserves an accolade.
She needs something that should keep her busy.
You know, for some
where
time.
she can be and eat money. Even while I'm gone, you know their time usually 5 years. Then they can.
The next governor now comes to
Yes, I come. Let me put it here because if I make him commission, somebody will say he has made his girlfriend commission.
So
I just keep putting
boards are for settlement. Gentlemen, do you believe?
Sometimes no. Supi, one thing I don't understand is because I have a friend that was
a board member.
Member.
In where?
In our in Ebahana Bobo.
Okay.
You understand Ebahana Bobo? You understand what I mean by that? I can't call Ebahana Bobo the name.
Yes.
You understand that kind of a thing generally. And what the guy told me that he got fed up because they were shut up. we have this thing that you know what annoys the guy that he thought he really went there to put the places down. You know when you understand the word board. Do you know what he said? What annoys him more that they come there and sit down there and they give them sitting allowance of 10,000 naira.
Only. How many times?
For just sitting, I'm not saying anything.
How many days do they sit in a week?
And that's the thing. That's the funny part. He got fed up with it because he thought he was really going there to make a difference in that field. But he ended up, and that's why I will be asking.
What are the boards for? If you say it's for settlement.
Okay, I see some friends. Sorry, but the other day we were congratulating some people. Neji taking about the SBM on taking IMT board. And all those things kind of something. Guys, people are there, my party. We do party. Only the person to end up there and be a yes member.
But do you believe there are actually boards, it might be federal or state, that actually work?
In Nigeria, are you talking to Nigeria about or maybe other countries?
I'm talking about now. Where am I talking about before?
Because I want to know.
There must be some boards that work. There are some boards in universities.
It doesn't.
There are some boards in some federal ministries that actually work.
Board of National Orientation Agency.
Let me ask
you. About the board, I went in my chalk.
Can you identify?
Look,
can you identify a pregnant virgin?
Yes, I cannot.
A pregnant virgin. A pregnant virgin.
If you cannot identify
a pregnant virgin,
you cannot find a good board.
There, wait. You are not going to get
a good
board that is doing the odds.
Okay, gentlemen. For those who are just tuning in, this is Adam's Bar. And you're just wondering why are these guys arguing over? This is what we do in the bar. So we are bringing the bar experience to your homes, to your phone, via your earphone or whatever you're listening to us with. So this is the bar experience, and we talk about what guys will talk at the bar. We
fight in the bar.
We fight in the bar. We joke in the bar. We talk about national issues. We talk about sports. But we just had the sports show finished before then, so we're not going to delve into that.
Yeah, we know.
All right, so it's about this looks like 11 more minutes before it's 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock is where the meat of the matter is going to be. In the meantime, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we'll announce that very, very soon. But we're going to say this. If you're going to be sending us a message on social media, most of our messages will be coming on social media because we have a little bit of technical difficulty within the studio. We're going to be reading more of the messages from social media and a few calls. So I need you to go to a group on Facebook called Adam's Bar in quote My Color TV. Adam's Bar in quote My Color TV. Go there and request for. I'm just looking at it right now. Once you request friendship, go to our picture there. We put a picture on falsely accused of rape, and the picture is there. DJ Good Noise, Fine Face, Ebube is there. Then there's a criminal called Nonso there, and my face is. Just go there and drop your comments on
Ebube
that.
is the saint, Abi?
Yes, he's the saint to be. Then you are.
Because I didn't see any name hanging on his name.
No. All right, so you go there and go request friendship, try and join the group, and then drop your comments on what you feel about that. That's where we're going to be reading most of those comments you have about falsely being accused of rape. And when we talk about that, it affects the men mostly.
Yep.
Yes, it affects the men. Before we go into that, we just have 10 more minutes. Gentlemen, there's a trending issue in Enugu. A woman took a hammer and nail and
I thought you would not say that.
hits it into a child's head in Enugu here. And it's not funny because I actually know people that work with these people, and a woman took a hammer and nail and nailed into a child's head. And I hear the case is not a small case right now.
Actually, they were this afternoon remanded in prison custody.
They're in prison custody right now.
Because it was an act of brutality. It was an act of callousness.
I hear Government House is interested in this case.
Yeah, everybody is
Government
interested.
House Enugu is interested in this
NGOs
case.
are interested.
Yes.
The worst thing that will happen to you is if Professor Joy Ezile got to hear it.
Oh,
she has had that.
Oh,
you are gone.
When I saw her tweet, when I saw her tweet about it, I knew that
the case is not.
This woman and
she will never sleep.
And the woman is saying, the wife is saying, is the man that is actually doing this, that the man is abusing her, domestically abusing her.
So now she's not the Adam, the man is the Eve.
Yeah, we don't know who knocked the thing, whether it's the man that hits the head. How can you use iron and burn a child's back or skin?
Did you see all that?
The Botox self.
Yeah.
Then mix pepper and put inside a private part.
And they have children.
Children
of their own.
I can only thank God for social media.
Yes.
Because I was a witness. I was a witness to such brutality like 10 years ago. The family were close to us. And it happened. So when it happened, I was so furious. I thought that in that case, the woman and the sister got the herself tied up and lit her up. So she practically burned. You understand? And she was sent to National Orthopedic, and the girl now is disfigured. You understand? So, but because there was no social media then to escalate it, you understand? The NGO that tried to push it met a very stern lawyer. You understand? That was there, and that lawyer happened to be someone I know. I wouldn't want to talk about.
Don't mention them.
I wouldn't even want to talk about my relation with that person. But at the end of the day, it was doused. But today, I keep thinking. I say,
we can still go back there.
If this woman, if that child was to be mine, or to be the lawyer's child, and you're not seeing your child being disfigured. A lady for that matter, a child, a girl child for that matter. You understand? How would you feel?
The child was brutalized. The child nail was put through the child's head. There's no madness a child would have that will cause you to take a hammer and a nail and nail in somebody's brain Where did you get what you have a nail doing around your house?
Man.
When you have children, simple knife we can't even keep in front of our kids. You could find a nail. You didn't see any place to nail on the wall in your life. It's a child's head, and now we think it's going to be okay. And the husband and wife are now in custody, and the way people are responding about this, we are going to see justice for this child.
Yes,
we are going to see justice for this child.
Justice.
So
well, she's already receiving sweet justice.
Yes,
too.
yes. Let's also pray that, and this is not the devil. People should leave the devil alone.
They leave the devil alone.
I want to beg you, please leave the devil. He has a lot on his plate right now. People who are blaming devil is the cause. Devil is not the cause of anything. So please and please.
I don't blame where they wrote that every church has one God with a different devil.
I don't know. We all have one devil. We have one devil. But please, I would like to say this because the men out there listening, this Adams Bar, we talk about things where we are men. If you noticed your wife or any member of your family manhandling, mistreating a child, you are as stupid and wicked as that person doing.
Yes.
I'm talking to any man out there, and men who are doing it out there are plenty. You could slap a child, a human being, and slap the person, and the person will be seeing double. And you say you are a man, and you could watch somebody, and we've noticed it a lot, where women, I'm sorry to say this, maltreat their housemates.
Yes.
You see them when they go to church. You see them when you go to.
You see the one that was caught on this day, the woman that was beating somebody.
Beating a child like
she made a mistake of pushing.
Let's leave that matter for now. We are going to talk about this in full. But meanwhile, don't forget to go to our Facebook page, and we are seeing a lot of people going there. That means you're listening. Please go and request friendship from our Facebook page, and then it's time to drop your comments because we just have 5 more minutes within the 8 o'clock hour, and then we go back into DJ Good Noise's music. He has a new song, a new single. We're going to play that song. You're not going to play it now?
Not today. We'll leave it. I want the whole crew that sang that song
to be around.
Okay,
that's wonderful. So in the meantime, we're going to have some music, very good music. So you
stay
tuned from DJ Good Noise. So you stay back, and I'm seeing a lot of requests. Jesus Christ. We're going to have you comment on that picture now because that's where we're reading our comments from. Once again, go to Adams Bar. It's a group, Adams Bar. And in quote My Color TV, go ahead and join it. Then post your comment on that picture, and then we're going to follow up and read that same thing. And what we're talking about today is when men are accused of rape. That's what we're talking about today. So we'll be back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
The gathering of men, there are no pretenses. Tables are shaken and tables are broken. No topic is spared and no subject is avoided. There are moments of fun and laughter.
You could find him nowhere else except the Nigerian Prison Service website. I'm just joking.
And lots of heated arguments.
I'm a real man.
Hold on.
No.
We are not in the
Gentlemen.
But one thing is clear. These men are frank. They're brutal and expressive. And that's the atmosphere at Adams Bar on Monday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. on Solid 100.9 FM. So join the barristers, Super Sam, Nonso, Ebube, and the legendary DJ Good Noise on Adams Bar, live on the station that rocks 100.9 Solid FM. And you can thank me later.
Friend Ebube also in the building. Nonso is thankfully absent. He is.
Thank God.
He has been detained by the police.
Yeah,
we like to ask the Nigerian police to please keep him. It's not. Don't be in a hurry to let him go. Don't be in a hurry to let him go. We need some people that will also help you in your work. And Nonso looks like a policeman that didn't pass the bar. So he should just stay there and relax. In the meantime, it's time to pick up your calls, but don't forget social media will be mostly via our Facebook page, and we announced the Facebook page, which is Adams Bar in bracket My Color TV. Now, if you want to attempt to call us in, if you want to attempt to call in, we will also entertain your calls. The number to call is 0909 771 1009. That's 0909 771 1009. That's the first number to call us on. You can also call this other number 0902 3111 009. 0902 090-233-111-009. And we're going to talk about right now the incidences of men being falsely accused of rape. The incidences of rape accusations that are false is not because the man was recently accused. No. The fact is that there are some accusations that have sprung up in recent times, especially since social media happened, that are really false after some people just feel
very false.
Yes. So how do we deal with this? And it's on two sides. We're also asking the question about if the person who is accusing the other person actually was right and who was wrong. How do we know? What's the proof that this person was raped and this person is lying? So that's what we're going to talk about now. And when people are falsely accused of rape, how do we prove it? How do we excuse the guys and say, he didn't really do it? The guy will say, well, sometimes it might be the girl didn't like what happened to her. And like we heard of the incidents, or not incidents. What happened in the UK with someone who traveled to the UK to collect something. And then we heard her accuse the other guy of raping her, and now the case has reached fever pitch on social media. So we're going to talk about that. Go drop your comments on our Facebook group, Adams Bar in bracket My Color TV, while the gentlemen in the studios will also talk about it. We have just less than 30 minutes to talk about this. So gentlemen, let's go quickly into the matter of the matter. But before we go into that, let's see the first comment on our Facebook page. Don't forget, the phone lines are still open, 0909 771 1009. Okay. And we also have 0902 3111 009. We have a comment on Facebook. Ike Nwankwo says, I am Ike from Oka. I really enjoyed the program. The case of rape should not be tolerated by any decent society, but when men are wrongfully accused of rape, it's a no-no for me. God bless the Adams Bar crew. Chooks says, the issue of rape is very contentious. Majority of men are wrongfully accused of it. Gentlemen, is this true? Majority of men who rape are wrongfully accused of rape.
No, I don't think in terms of majority.
Okay. If you want to say percentages, what would you say? If there are 100% of men who are accused of rape, how many in terms of percent do you think are wrongful?
40-60.
40%.
60
are right. They raped.
Yeah.
But only
40%.
40%. If 40%
wrongly accused.
Is 40% actually too high or too small? What do you think?
It's too high still.
It's too high.
Is it that 40% is DJ Goodnoy said 40%. Is 40% too high? Or is it a very small number, like 10% of men who are accused of rape actually are rapists?
I wouldn't say 40%. I would want to scale it down.
Yeah.
To what?
Down
I'll
more.
scale it down to maybe 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a call here and see what this person has to say. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Abby by name.
You're welcome to the show. Go ahead. We're talking about men being falsely accused of rape. Yes.
I just have a little question.
Okay.
Where is Claire?
Claire is in Lagos.
Ah.
Yes, Claire. Everybody has grown up.
I miss her so much.
She's in
and
Lagos.
I'm happy you are back.
Thank you very much.
I could not hear from you again, so I just switched over to other stations.
Oh, okay. I'm back.
But
I'm
I'm
back.
happy you are back.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Tell Claire that I miss her.
We will tell her.
I'm enjoying the people show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Over there.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. And that was a listener from way back in the late 70s. So, well, thank you very much for your call, and we do appreciate it. We thank you for listening to Adams Bar. You feel free to call us in, and let's get to know what your own thinking is about this conversation. Men who are falsely accused of rape. What do you have to say about this? The phone line is still available, 0902 3111 009. Okay, so we're talking about percentages. And we say only 20% of men who are accused of rape actually are rapists. They actually raped. Why do you think that number is little? In these days of social media, in these days of come and see me in these days of WhatsApp, in these days of come from Aja to Ikeja, come from Agba and you go to Abuja, those kind of things.
I mean, if you are saying globally, because when I said 20%, I was having a global outlook. That was what I had in mind.
Oh, okay.
They're
coming to Nigeria then.
Yeah, but if I should talk about Nigeria and what I feel should be the percentage, I would say that it might be a bit higher than that.
So globally, you think 20% of men globally, when it comes to men, okay? But when it comes to Nigerian men, you're saying it's more than 20%. So more than 20% of men
are rapists.
Actually rapists.
No.
No, what we're saying, I'm asking, accused falsely of rape.
Yeah.
20% of men or higher in Nigeria, who are accused of rape are not rapists. Yeah. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The remaining 80% of men who are accused of rape are rapists.
Yeah, but see.
That's why I said in the region of 40-60.
Sammy, when it comes to rape, people tend to allow emotions to play. But
thank you, my brother.
I want to restrict emotions from it.
Yes.
You understand? Because like
once you hear rape.
Yes, like I said the other time, I've been into the courtroom on countless times. You understand? And once you enter the courtroom, sentiments, emotions, and they'll be looking at the hard facts you are bringing in. So that was why the last time I talked about people who come out after 30 years, 20 years to say they were once raped. You understand? I feel that is someone said that I shouldn't say that it's a stupid venture trying to do that. But let me say it is foolish for one to do that. You understand? Because at that point in time, where for instance you accuse me of rape, and maybe because I've attained a certain position in the society. You understand? And now you cannot hold that on me.
Okay.
Now, because the society will say,
Now, if I want to take you on that, I'll go to court and I will sue you and make sure that you sell your father's land to pay me for damages. I'll make sure you sell everything, even your kidney, to make sure you sell everything to pay me, because it is easier to damage somebody's reputation.
It's very easy.
And it's so easy for you. And because the society is somehow skewed to favor the weak. You understand? So in this scenario, it's a woman.
Okay. Yes. So there was something also wrote on his own Facebook page. He said if Potiphar's wife in the Bible were to be on social media today, that people would have believed that. Well, they did believe her over Joseph.
They believed that time.
But Joseph today would have been called Joseph.
Sammy, when I saw that in a Nonso road, what I said myself that people actually believed the woman.
Yes.
You understand?
But if it was social media now,
reason why
he would become Joseph the rapist.
Yes, exactly. Reason why he found himself in prison. See, it was only Joseph and God that knew that nothing happened.
Yes.
You understand? Okay. But then it was God's way of trying to
take him where he needs to go.
Good. Yeah. But now imagine many men who may have gotten to that extent and they never returned normal. That guy that you are talking about, that somebody, one baller from Lagos, traveled to UK to go and collect something. They stayed for like 4 months with him, you understand, and came back, and maybe I was discussing with someone, I said maybe she felt pained, you understand, maybe the relationship wasn't going the way he wanted.
So she accused him of rape.
So she now accused the guy of rape.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, now the guy the other day just tweeted. He said he tweeted the tweet was depressing. In that tweet, I could see someone who is thinking of suicide,
committing suicide.
Yes.
Okay.
So and imagine the guy is a medical doctor. Imagine what that would do to his profession and how people look at him.
But gentlemen, can I come in at this point?
Let me read what
I know we are going to read that. Let's come in from this point. Do you think that people who are accused of rape is just because they became popular? At the time when this thing happened, nobody saw it. But do you think that it is when you become popular that people now see a reason to, because if a let me not call them average guys.
Yes.
If a nobody, in quote, someone that's not really popular rapes somebody,
nobody will
talk. But do you think that these accusations come out because the person that they want to accuse, whether he did it or not, is because he's in a position of popularity? Do you think that?
Yes, and there's no way, because one thing about us coming to Nigeria, we were busy borrowing a leaf from American situation. You can accuse somebody 30 years after you go to jail, and all those kind of things. And Nigeria thinks that I think that is the same thing with America. And now they will come here once. My problem with all this thing is that we are blinded. Once you hear rape, nobody wants to ask any questions again. How would I put this in English? We'll let our emotions overflow without the benefit of intellect.
So the people
that
who
is
are
the
falsely
way I will
accused
put it.
of rape, are they mostly popular people or people who
yes,
have attained something in life?
Take it. I have a friend, a musician, of course, like that. That once you shout rape, even if you are doing endorsement for that thing, they will bring it down.
Is that musician Zorro?
Yes.
Yes, Zorro was accused of rape.
And these are the things that he has. Somebody can get back to him. He has an endorsement. When they accuse of rape and he didn't act immediately, before you know it, Hero will bring down his this and he will lose out on so many things just for the mate of somebody shouted rape. So without really people thinking about it.
Let's look at the case of the Banj.
Okay, Sammy.
Let's look at the case of the Banj.
Okay.
Sammy,
will you put the Banj in the? Let's be honest, we are guys here. Will you put the Banj in the levels of that 80% of guys that actually rape?
Sammy, do you know why I wouldn't put him there? Do you know why I wouldn't put him there? In law, there are this dictum that it's better to allow 9 guilty people free. Allow them free than to accuse than to jail an innocent one innocent person.
That law doesn't happen in Nigeria these days. Hold on, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. You're on air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yes, hello, I can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. All right, you do well to call us back. Let's see what you have to say.
I think it's thunder.
Man, maybe it's thunder. 0909 7711 009 0909 7711 009. That's the number to call us right here. Let's get to know what you have to say. Hello. Yes, good evening. What's your name? Okay, let's hear your opinion about this. Okay. Yes, I understand you. Yeah, I understand your point. Okay. Okay. Oh, we lost that call. We'll try calling us back. That couldn't go through. Let's see another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Is this good noise on the other? All right, where are you calling from?
I'm from Warri.
From Warri?
Yeah.
Warri, Delta State. All right, go ahead with your contribution.
In 1980, almost 50 people accused Donald Trump for raping, of which at the end of the day, none of them are even Trump. or which during that period of time his divorced wife onto continent. And the authorities give after marriage, it took him a time. It depends on top of that. Now, these naughty ladies just try to make it for themselves. Not because they really do anything or have anything to do with that. So what that is the image. That's of you. Yeah, this Igbo guy. So, and they die, and some of them will be there. They don't take it for themselves. They're not serious. If our judiciary is so much accurate, we get some arrested and they have proved them, and if they get what they prove to be, and whatever they say. I mean, opinion that what that clean anybody or rape, just get it, put everything in order to whether that guy or the lady or the image.
Okay.
And I say,
all right.
Whosoever accuse anybody,
okay,
should be arrested and prosecuted.
Okay.
And investigate the matter.
Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much for calling in. That's his contribution. Whoever has accused someone wrongfully of rape should be prosecuted also. Let's take more of your calls. We are still waiting for more messages on,
I agree with him
on WhatsApp, our Facebook, and more calls on the phone lines. Hello. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, go ahead with your contribution. Okay.
Somebody that have focus in life, because I don't believe that raping is good. It's only a criminal that can rape somebody. Maybe when you come into somebody's house, you will take some belongings and you rape the person. But for you to tell me that you accuse somebody of raping, maybe you have had contact with the person and maybe you have not work out, not claim rape or something like that.
Okay. Will not rape anyone. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your call. We really appreciate it. Let's take more calls this evening before we wrap up the show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from.
All right. Go ahead with your contribution quickly.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. All right, you need to call us back. Your line doesn't seem to be agreeing with you. The number to call 0909 7711 009. That's my favorite number. Any other number is counterfeit. But I need to call the second one all the same. 0902 3111 009. Now let's get back to you, Ebube, in the studio. We talked about rape and popular people being brought out and dragged. Where is the nexus between consensual sex and rape? When we say people have consensual sex, and then because some guys are being accused of rape, because you can't just be accused of rape, that means there must have been sex. Maybe she didn't like it. Maybe she didn't like your approach. Maybe she didn't expect that it was going to happen, and then, it happened, and then she says,
or the way you did it.
I think when it comes
or
to
the style you took.
when it comes to sex,
yes,
consent is key.
Okay.
You understand? Consent is key, and but there are many things to consent. There are many angles to consent, and those angles, for instance, just like good noise said, you might be a jack on it, and the lady says, "Man, this is not worth it. Guy, can you stop?"
Mm-hmm.
That is after she must have agreed, Abi.
Yes, exactly. Yes, after
consent first and the middle.
Yes, it says.
So sometimes it's that they consent.
Would you call that a rape?
No, that's a question.
Wait.
If there was consent initially,
yeah.
And then after a while she now changes her mind and says no.
Yeah.
But you are already on cloud 64.
Yeah. Even if
you're
on
Super Sam, you know what? Wait. Sorry, it's just that you lady didn't know The size was like this.
Good noise.
I was started. The size grew like this.
Good noise.
And you decided to.
Good noise. Wait, let me not lose sight
Sorry.
of what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Okay. See, even if you're at angle 90, and at that point she doesn't want it again, just stop.
Even if you are
No.
hold on.
How can you?
Ebube, you're a human being.
That is even rape.
I'm not supporting rape. I will never support rape.
I'm not supporting rape.
And there's no but. And there's no but here. Hold on, good noise. There's no but here.
Okay.
Yes, now.
If you are at that point
Level of
ecstasy, and somebody say, "Come down, O ye, from this mountain."
Okay.
when you are about to buy him Abba,
You are
cloth.
Sammy. Sammy, when I look at that trajectory, I see that I will tell myself, say, man, seems that guys are endangered species.
We are endangered. Of course, we are endangered species.
Some things are skewed against, because there are some girls that are selfish. After you have done all the things for them to get there,
like what, suya and all,
like washing all the plates and not washing all everything, and they are at that place, and you now want to start climbing
the mountain.
You understand?
You want to get to the peak
exactly.
of the Mount Everest.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
ahead. I know what you're talking
Exactly.
about.
So
I'm educated.
She's already at Kilimanjaro, and she's already
I've arrived. She has put the flag.
And you helped her to arrive at Kilimanjaro.
But you want to also meet her there.
Now that you as a good guy you are, after allowing her to get to Kilimanjaro, you want to now get to the place that she is.
So that you meet her there.
Yes, and she said no.
And she said no.
So no, stop.
So you guys are serial killers.
So is that at that point? Is it rape?
As somebody,
see,
it is not.
At that point, is it rape?
It is not.
At that point, Sammy, at that point, honestly, even if any of us is
the
guilty,
answer is not something that I like.
It's not, you know.
Honestly,
the point of orgasm.
Hey, good
Sammy,
noise.
Sammy,
Why don't we call a spade a spade?
Sammy,
did I say anything
Sammy,
wrong?
the truth is that at that point in time, you understand, the guy is left at the mercy of his conscience and his libido. You understand?
Apart from
Let's speak of this Biko.
No, that's the invitation for post-trade cancer.
Good evening. Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Please, are you listening to me? My name is.
You okay? Go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead. We're listening to you.
Okay, please, you guys beg no this issue of rape is I beg, I want to use this language make everybody understand that. You know what say after the see this thing now, charity begin at home. Some parents, this thing na parents fault.
Okay.
So what the turn around to say, outside the road, if you see what is looking for this time now. To see the type of the dressing when mama they allow picking the dress in front, you know, you talk to her. I know you talk about this one, you say, yes, because how they are the one that causing it by themselves.
Okay.
Because you know, no man can control himself.
Okay, all right.
Are you listening to me?
We get you. Okay. Thank you very much for a call. I think he missed an edition of where we talked about rape, but we are talking about consensual sex.
Yes.
When the man and the woman began this great journey of life, and when they got to the mountain, the peak of the bottom of the mountain,
the waves are rising and rising. When I get the feeling I need.
But when
are you telling me, you know?
No, see, hold on. Falsely accused of rape. When somebody did not touch you, he hasn't been with you in the same room, and you wake up in the morning and say he raped you.
Sam, you know, I was coming to that. You know, what I was trying to paint, the picture I was trying to paint, is what happens in the Western world. But when we bring it down to Nigeria, what we call rape here, what you will be charged for as rape is when you penetrate without
consent.
But
how do we define?
Not even the other.
How do we define where the consent starts and when the consent stops?
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
If you stopped when she said stop,
what?
And you people had an argument and she immediately got angry and shouted rape, you have.
That is not rape.
But how do you prove it?
She allowed you to start eating.
But you know, at that point,
rape is when the person says no, don't go.
See,
good noise. You know, at that point, you can't prove it.
How do we
at
prove?
that point?
And that's the point,
How do we prove that point? What do we prove, gentlemen?
That is the thing.
That I was raped by this guy. When we're talking about falsely accused being how do we prove that we are not the ones, we didn't rape you, we just had consensual sex? How do we prove?
That's the point. It's so difficult.
Sammy, there's something I told.
Do we say your word for
is
the
our
person's
word
own?
against
Sammy?
We just have a few. Jesus, this is 9:53. We just have a few minutes before we get out of the studio. We need to take this call and then we will talk finally and go. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Paul. I'm calling from Cross River State.
Paul from Cross River. Go ahead.
I must say I am enjoying your program.
Thank you.
But the issue that has not really been addressed is the root cause of rape. The level of moral deficient in our society is terrible. Our young girls dress image and parade themselves around the street. Yes, nobody is talking about it.
No, Paul, hold on. Hold on, Paul. Want to clear something. On this show, a few weeks ago, we talked about rape. All right? And we talked about rape from the angle of what causes it, what should be the punishment, the general thing about rape. But today, we're talking about when men are falsely accused of rape. You get my point? Yeah. So I think you would yes, you would listen in and probably call us if there's still time. But we have talked about rape 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and we talked about it in depth. In fact, it became a strong discussion. We were tempted to continue that discussion because we didn't do justice to it the way we wanted to. But today we're talking about when a man is accused of rape. When he didn't rape you, or we have a mistaken understanding of between consensual sex.
There's a part that I want us to do.
Okay.
And let me paint this picture. For instance,
you always paint it.
I have, for instance, I and a girl. You understand? We started something. You understand?
You began the journey.
You understand?
Took off from Enugu State.
So we started like we started dating each other, and at some point maybe we had issues. For instance, you understand? And maybe the girl might just think that she was dumped. She was used.
That's another thing.
So now this person now hatches a plan to ruin the other guy. Perhaps the guy's career is on the rise. You understand?
Yes.
She now hatches a plan to ruin the guy, and she will now come to social media and shout, this guy, like they did to that Dr. Fumilayo.
Doctor,
because the guy the guy is an influencer. People know him on Twitter,
social media.
So and the girl now came and said, I feel bad. I feel hot. I can't hold it anymore. This guy so this guy raped me and all that. Sure, you understand? So now when she now said that, the sentiment started tilting towards her. This scent like doctor now rapes a girl. Without hearing from this guy's perspective.
That is the thing.
But gentlemen, this is the crux of what we're actually discussing. When men are falsely accused of rape, what happens? How do we prove that I didn't rape her? It was consensual sex that she took it to another level.
Her word for my own.
Sammy, see. I thought when that guy was narrating his ordeal on Twitter, I said something. I said, we guys need to be wise. You understand? We need to bring wisdom to this place. For example, if you are someone who is living in a place like UK, US, where you know that these things, like what are the other
laws, sensitive,
you need to equip yourself with some certain I will call it street wisdom. You understand? Because if this guy, for instance, had somewhere perhaps a recording, perhaps
you're trying to they should do sex
tape. No, I'm not saying sex tape.
That's what else you're saying. Recording. You're saying recording. The only recording I know on this thing is a sex tape, brother.
Sammy,
recording somebody without the two of you consenting to that is still rape.
Yes.
Sammy, see, you must like what the girl was holding on was like that she was drunk when they had sex. It's not as if they didn't have consensual sex, but she was drunk.
So
she was the person who went to the fridge and took the drink herself.
Okay,
She brought the drink.
But bringing the drink, does it give you the permission to have sex with her if she brought in the state of being drunk? It is a state of being unaware, unconscious of your environment. So can't we say the guy raped her? Because when you see a girl going to take a drink to drink, she's not saying, as I drink this thing, come on my clothes.
No,
you get my point?
No, Sammy, but in this case, even the guy confessed that this girl was even chasing him around in the house.
But how will we know? How will we know?
And that's the thing.
That's what.
How do we know?
So do we still go back to the recording so that tomorrow we will say,
Sammy,
this is how it happened?
Sammy, if I'm living in the US, I have to be honest with you.
You will do recording.
I will bug my house. I'll bug my house completely, because when it comes to this, it's only her own case now that people will. But if the guy has some recording that show that this girl was even the actual, see what happened, this nonsense will not be happening.
Then how would you know?
How do we prove?
I'm talking about if you are living in the UK.
But if you are in Nigeria,
if you are in Nigeria, for instance, right? You know there are things that they check. When you go to law court and they say, okay, where were you raped? You say in his house. They will now start checking. The lawyer, because both of you have lawyers. How do you get to the house? And I'll start showing our charts.
Were you wearing slippers on the bed?
To establish that there's something we were already
doing.
You understand? It's not as if. That's why I said when I was narrating the issue, I said there's one that will happen in the UK or US, like the one I talk about in the middle of the something. The girl says stop. That one is for the UK and the US.
But if she says to stop in Nigeria,
no, I've already paid the money for it.
In Nigeria,
what was it?
No, Sammy, in Nigeria, if you
there
go,
is even something I wanted to ask. Just finish.
If you after doing it, you understand? If there is no evidence that it was forcefully done.
How do you know it was forcefully done?
If there is no evidence that it was forcefully done, you don't have a case.
All right, good noise. You wanted to say something before we close.
I wanted to ask you a question. Can you say that the prostitutes can be raped?
Yes, they can be raped.
Yes, no.
Even if you paid them.
Even with your money.
With your money, they can be raped.
They say don't want. Somebody has paid for. Somebody paid for service.
Rape.
Well, that's it. That's how we do.
Somebody paid for service for a prostitute.
Yes.
And at the point of meet action, the lady say, "Please come out this thing." You know what he said, come out. He said, come out and collect your money and go. And
that is what would you call that?
But
that shows something. It shows that she
has a choice.
Yes, she has a choice, and she doesn't want this. This is not hurting her.
She had a choice.
Gentlemen.
She never knew how large the choice is.
But Sammy, let me see remind us. A guy called George Pecker was jailed for 30 years because she was forcefully accused of rape.
Yes. Yes, I know that. But I'm asking the question. The question is still hanging in the air, not for us to answer, but everyone to think.
How do you
prove?
And what happens to someone who accuse someone forcefully?
So how do we prove that I didn't do it if it's not recorded?
We have to deal with society and what they believe.
Anyway,
because when society sees, we're always jealous of people, celebrities and all that. And once we hear something like that, everybody says
but there's something everybody needs to do. Everybody needs to understand that someday you become something in life. If you work hard at doing what you're doing and you're doing good, if you do that with this kind of generational thinking we have today, if you sleep with somebody today and you forget who you slept with, and she tries calling you in 5 years, you refuse to answer. If she comes up with a story that you raped her, all that you have built will come crashing down.
Exactly.
So people need to be careful.
Because society believes
I want to talk to artists today. Whether it's the band or it's not the band. A person comes to meet you and she says she's a groupie, she likes you, and she comes to meet you after the club, which closes by 12:1, and she says, where are you going to? Your room. My brother, there are two options. Is that you stay and negotiate in front of your friends, people who you came with, and say, would you like to come with me? Yes. Bang, bang. Lay the thing out there. Because
when you are in the state of stupor.
When you are in the state of stupor, you still need to have your senses.
There's no senses there.
Yeah, some people still have. I still have senses when I'm in.
No.
I'm not.
Super Sam, I'm
really
tipsy.
Stupor, you know.
There's a level I will get now. I won't even answer good noise again. It will be bad noise.
Anyways,
and that's another.
It's about 3 minutes gone past 10. That question is still hanging in the air. How do we prove that in this society that is now skewed towards the people that say this thing?
Yes.
Because once I come out, a girl comes out and says, "Super Sam raped me 2 years ago," and all that, people will not want to hear that.
Your own side.
You don't want to hear my own
side. They don't want to hear. All they are hearing is
so gentlemen, wherever you're doing, ladies, whatever you're doing, please be careful as we are out there. Not everyone has,
especially after dark.
Like you said some time ago, not everyone is sensible. So let's apply our sense today as we go forward. Thank you very much for joining us.
Ladies, beware after dark. Don't.
Let's join our sweet Jumai as she serenades you to good music after dark. In the meantime, it's been a pleasure having my co-conspirators in the building, DJ Good Noise, and of course my friend Ebube.
And the Saint Ebube.
And we thank God we thank Nigerian police for keeping our brother Nonso engaged. Yes.
No. I got a text from her that from him that. They just released him.
We are thanking Nigerian police.
That is a near Mbo.
You should have left him till 11:30. All right. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you again next Monday, God willing. Here, I'm Super Sam, the Fly Guy, and DJ Good Noise. And it will be also in the studio.
See you then.
All right. Take care.
The gathering of men, there are no pretenses. Tables are shaken and tables are broken. No topic is spared and no subject is avoided. There are moments of fun and laughter.
You could find him nowhere else except the Nigerian Prison Service website. I'm just joking.
And lots of heated arguments.
I'm a real man.